Welcome to another video, everyone. This is Jaws Munch here, and we are going to be checking out 3 of the top units you did not know were strong. Most of us have heard about the Gunslinger, and I have made a couple videos in the past about him. Today, we're going to be checking him out in greater detail.
If you have been enjoying the video and want to see more content like this, definitely subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to get to know me and some of the other streamers I stream with better, hop on the Discord.
We recently launched our Jaws Munch mouse pads. Be sure to check those out, and we have more to come soon.
So keep an eye out for that. And I want to give a big shout out to my top supporters, Nebuchadnezzar and Robot Robert. Every bit of financial support helps, and I really appreciate that. Also, if you want to participate in a brand new tournament that we're doing called the Bar Fights, you can also find that on Nebuchadnezzar's page on Twitch. Hope you guys enjoy the fight. Now let's get into the video.
The Gunslinger is one of the more misunderstood units in the game, but he can be very powerful in the right hands. He has the highest DPS out of all the bots you can buy early on for a lower metal cost. He has unique abilities such as experience gain and also faster healing than normal units. The one difficulty is that it takes time for him to become powerful. You want him to stay in the fight long enough to gain experience, which increases his stats and gives him increased range. The timing in which you build the Gunslinger is very important. You want to have him be one of the very first units that comes out onto the battlefield after hitting T2. It is in this time frame that he is going to be the most powerful and be able to push back the enemy T1 units. A Gunslinger going head to head against T1 will give him the opportunity to put in lots of damage and gain experience, then increasing his range, making it possible for him to push through multiple bases and defenses as long as he takes a break to heal himself. The Gunslinger metal cost is 650 with 11,000 energy cost. It has 1,500 health with a weapon range of 365. The big factor that matters is that the Gunslinger has 265 damage per second, which is very powerful. Gunslinger is a fast skirmish bot that's designed for efficiently destroying most T1 units and some lighter T2 units. It's equipped with repulsive shells, meaning every shot can push lighter units around or stagger larger ones. It is a self-repair ability coupled with a decent HP pool, making it a self-sufficient unit in the battlefield. Gunslingers require good micro to be worthwhile, especially to avoid getting swarmed. Gunslingers' key feature is the unique way they gain experience. Most units gain only an extra max health and firing speed. Gunslingers also gain large weapon range, helping them pick off more units more safely. Now we're going to be moving on to the next unit, which is slightly underused in my opinion. This is the Dragon. The Dragon is essentially a flying castle of devastation. It has 4 laser turrets underneath it, 1 flame turret on its nose, and it also has an anti-air battery on the very top of the ship. These things are as tanky as they look. When you see one of these coming at you, fear will strike your heart. The Dragon breathes deadly flames at a range of 450 and is strongest on massed ground forces, while its quad laser cannons pick off stragglers and those that are trying to avoid burning alive. Uniquely heavy armor keeps it flying, even in the face of heavy anti-air fire. And by armor, we just mean its insane health pool of 16,000 health. It has a medium anti-air gun on it, but is still quite vulnerable to fighters. Dragons excel at chasing down and rapidly destroying high-tier units, even T3s. If you do not have an air player who is capable of defending the skies, you will be destroyed. Due to their very high metal and energy cost, you should not build a dragon until you have a very strong T2 economy. I would recommend that you at least have 2 to 3 advanced fusion reactors with the energy conversion before you even think about building one of these boys. But when they do come out, they will help turn the tide of any battle as long as you defend them with a decent screen of fighters. Now, let's take a look at our last unit that we have chosen to highlight today. And this unit is one of my favorites, the Centurion. Centurions are a largely misunderstood unit. They are very slow, very small, but also very tanky units. A lot of people don't understand how to use them properly as they are not quick enough to catch up to the majority of other bots. They cannot shoot over walls because of their very short little laser cannons. They are very slow, so it's hard to out-micro rocket bots. The strength of the Centurion is in their DPS and in their health pool. If these guys are supported with res bots, they can become a very powerful force, constantly pushing towards you. They are not to be the sole composition of your army, but if you have a couple pawns and a couple rocket bots that are coming along with them, you can do unmatched amount of damage as long as the enemy is not able to retreat from their push. The Centurion is a durable medium infantry bot with dual rapid fire lasers, which is perfect against swarms of light units. It has a lot of health for a Tech 1 unit and the lowest energy per metal cost out of all bots. It is easy to take out multiple light units like grunts and pawns and can outrange a commander, but it takes a lot of micro to be able to do that. At 1,500 health, they definitely have what it takes to frontline for the Armada faction. Centurions were already decent units, but they recently got a well-needed buff. Centurions used to not be able to fire while rotating, so you would have to be very careful on slowly rotating your unit out of combat rather than doing hard turns, like immediately forward to immediately backwards. This was fixed, so now the Centurion should be able to stay on target much more frequently compared to what used to be. So be sure to check this out in your games and see if it's enough to tempt the community into using these little meatballs. Thank you all for watching. Once again, be sure to check out the rest of my videos, and as always, I will see you guys on the battlefield.